Hey buddies, welcome to Amass Games. My name is Simon, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and look inside of this particular game called Dice Flick by Remy Gaber or Garber. And I haven't heard of that particular designer before, but I had seen this in a shop, and I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind checking it out because it looks like you are chucking dice using a diving board onto a grid. Now, the reason to be playing this particular game today is barbecue day today, and there's going to be a excited 5 or 6-year-old, and I think this is the kind of thing where it looks like there's quite a amount of luck going on. You're trying to get dice next to each other in this game by SPIEL.digital, which takes 25 to, well, maybe only 15 minutes. And here are these little things in place. So the rules are in German and in English, as with pretty much all SPIEL games I find. And there are going to be 18 dice. There are going to be 3 white dice, 5 blue dice. Nice open, very large opening there, which is fantastic. It does come with a score pad, which is double-sided. Slightly warped, it looks like, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine to play with. There's going to be 2 dice with the blast symbol. That's pink. Got a bag of dice in here. And if you've seen the Poo Poo Pets video, you can check them on how to set up, play and review, the unboxing playlist as well. You'll see that, yeah, these dice are very similar. It looks like this has been just printed on, so hopefully that'll last. And those are the dice I did mention. It does come with a pencil, and it does come with some stickers as well. So we have 4 flick bases. We have a cloth bag, of course, that I just showed you. We have these diving boards here, which those are those flick bases, that notepad, the pencil, and the sticker sheet as mentioned. So you're going to be pasting the stickers onto the holes of the play arena, as shown on the left of the picture. So you're going to be taking this, and then I'm going to do this live. Let's see how this goes on. Taking this, and it's going to go into this position here. I hope I don't mess this up. Oh dear, it's loose. Right, so that is quite tricky because of the angle, but it's in there now. So that is a 2. It has been at a slight angle now because of the fiddliness of it. We have another 2 going in here. By all means, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and maybe the notification bell, and you can check out all the other videos, including the how to set up, play and review of this game is going to be out. Additionally, please check out the comments. By all means, chuck something in. Maybe you've played this or seen it and you're like, oh yeah, I was wondering about this game. Additionally, there is the description whereby you can see things such as the Instagram link, whereby you can, of course, check out games such as this and see how they are actually played and, you know, that kind of setting. Okay, so I've placed all these out here. Final one is that target zone, which is going to go, funny enough, right in the center. So there we go. Let's just bring this out for a second, see if we can look inside of this kind of insert where you do play inside the box. I haven't played enough games to make a top 10 on games inside a box, but I've played quite a few, such as Skyliners and other games such as Hunger the Show. Okay, so we've done all that. Now you place the game box in the middle of the table. So there we are. There we are in the middle of the table. We attach 1 flick base to each side of the box. So now we can leave this set up for when guests are over to be playing later. It does say 8+, but I think it doesn't need to be 8+. Let's have a go at trying flicking this in this video as well. Okay, you can write your name on the score pad. So I'll write my name first, but Simon, I'm assuming right at the top. Yep, okay. I'll leave it open as to who wants to play. I don't want to prejudge that. Okay, it's a good idea to practice the dice, flicking of the dice before the actual game. So to guess, it's something like that. But let's just have a quick look at that in a second. How do you play? Basically, you're going to play 1 game which lasts 10 rounds. That corresponds to one side of the score pad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do your final score at the bottom. So each turn you must flick 2 dice. You choose one of the dice and you place it on a 4 flick basis. And what you're trying to do is just flicking it. So you could obviously do it like that. Or what you could try and do is the classic flick. And obviously it goes too far. So you want to be hitting it with a bit of speed, but not too much. That looks like it's quite a good roll. Let's see how, a cocked die results. Okay, so if it lands in a hole, it stays there until it has been scored. So each turn you must flick 2 dice. You're going to choose one of your dice and place it onto one of the 4 flick bases. You can turn the box, choose the base as you wish. You can then flick the dice into the box bottom. If the dice lands in a hole, it stays there until it's been scored. If the die ends up in the trench or outside the box, put it immediately into the bag. Tip, by the way, if the die falls into the hole at an angle, you gently shake the box. There we go. So that resolves it. Okay, then you flick your second die and your third die and put it in front of you. Okay, so we're going to take another die. So I'm going to choose this one and try to get it next to it. Oh, I missed. Okay, not hard enough. Okay, so then you flick your second die. The third die stays placed in front of you, and you record your total scoring, or 0 if you don't. So my final die I'm just placed next to me here. And you can score all dice that are played as part of a valid die combination, or dice combinations. Sum up the pips on the total faces and write down the result on the score pad. Write a 0 if you don't have any. And a combination is valid if it scores at least 3 dice of one colour. They must join each other horizontally and respectively vertically, but not diagonally. You can score several dice combinations in your turn, but each die counts only once. Dice which are part of several combinations at the same time can only be counted for one combination. Immediately put all of the scored dice back in the bag. Exception. Dice which are located on the centre marker on a blast row don't have to be part of a valid combination to get scored. I'll get on to that in a moment, but basically we're talking about this guy and we're talking about these pink blasted dice there. So white dice are jokers. They can count as any colour except pink, and dice that are not scored remain in the play arena. They can be part of a later scoring. So it doesn't matter I've done that. I hope to get better later. Okay, so you can use the 3 upgraded coloured markers to achieve a valid die combination. In this case, you kind of want to get something next to it. And yeah, so each of them counts 2 points when using a scoring. So if you happen to have this here and this here, well, that counts as 3, and then you can get your score. So as an example, if you did something like that, that final score, remember, it's going to be worth just only over 2 points. As you can see, it's 2, 2, and 2. So you can be doing that. So that would give me a score of 2 for 7 points. So that centre marker, if you land the centre one, it scores double. So you can score the points on this die even if it's not part of a valid die combination. In this situation, you can then only score the points of this one die. So if the die on the centre marker is part of a valid dice combination, you first score its points twice, then add the points of the other dice. For example, you happen to have a dice combination, let's say, of something here, like let's say a blue 4, and we happen to have a thing with a 3 on it there. So what happens there is that's going to count double. It's going to be 6, 10. Let's say there was a 2 there, 12, that could be 13. So if that was there, of course, that'd be 14 if that was say a single 1 pip one there as well. So that's basically how it works. You're trying to maybe land into the centre, and again that bonus marker, whenever you flick your die onto the bonus marker, that is the one down here, it allows you to flick 1 bonus die. You're going to draw 1 additional die from the bag, you're going to choose 1 of the dice again and flick it into the play arena, and this turn you will be flicking 3 dice. So that blast die, when you play it, it's a guarantee of points. So let's get a pink die out. And you can decide on one of the 2 rows, vertically or horizontally, in which the blast die is located. So let's try flicking it. And these are all the same all day around. And in this instance, you can score all dice respectively, upgrade marker of this row. The blast die always counts as 6 points. And before or after scoring a blast die row, you can, as usual, always score valid dice combinations. And don't forget to put the dice back in the bag after you've scored it. So that's going to go away. So as an example, what you're going to be doing is, if we're talking about, say, this column, let's get some of the dice out just to show you. We've done this. Let's say that wasn't there. Let's say we've got some other colours in play. So we've got 2 there. Let's say we've got another 2. Then this will be basically scoring 11 points. So you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to be worth 6. So that's going to be 11 points. But then that will go back in the bag. So remember, you're only ever throwing a certain amount of dice, and then you're going to be doing your scoring. And after the 10 rounds, you're going to be completing it. So you're early doors, you're not going to be scoring many points, but this is going to start filling up. And then you're going to get better. Whoever the most points at the end is the winner. If there's a tie, all those tie players share the victory. And there is a variant to make it easier for children, whereby they can shift the flick base as desired before flicking the dice. Maybe you want to move it to this side to try and get it closer over there, rather than an adult trying to do that. Is it too hard? Or that. You might want to just move it slightly and keep it straight, something like that. Okay, so basically that's how the game goes. Like, again, if you want to hear about how my review of this goes, I'll look forward to sharing it with you very soon. Well, all the best. This has been Dice Flick, and look forward to speaking again soon. All right, bye for now.